One of my favorite places to go in Japan, it has to be Kyoto. I mean, I can't be the only one who absolutely loves Kyoto. It's famous for its shrines, temples, torii gates, bamboo, and those cute little monkeys that will bite your hand off if you're not careful on top of Mount Arashiyama. But the thing they're arguably most famous for must be the Gion District and the geishas. And now, thanks to idiot tourists who went to Gion and left a sour taste in the people who live there because of their behavior, you might not be able to go there anymore. You'd think that expecting common courtesy and common sense from people visiting a country would be a given, but unsurprisingly, people tend to become a bit feral and degenerate, especially in Gion. So much so that they have decided to ban tourists from parts of Gion already, and this means you can't go there and enjoy the side streets anymore. Now, Gion is a beautiful area in Kyoto with fantastic alleyways and the whole traditional Japan vibe that, most tourists like and come to Japan for. And this makes it such a shame that tourists in general will not be able to freely roam and explore the area anymore.
Now hold on, Mr. Japan Channel Man. I behave very well when I'm in Japan.
Well, good for you. Your award for being a normal human being is in the mail. Expect it. There have been reports of people doing pretty wild things in Gion, such as grabbing the geishas and even ripping out the ornaments they have in their hair. What the fuck? Unless you're doing judo, sumo, or some contact sport, don't just grab and touch people. I really thought this was common sense. What's this, a 1970s orgy? And it's not even only in Kyoto that, tourists are misbehaving. When I visited Nara, like a couple of years back, to show my friends around that amazing park and, the semi-domesticated monk deers. Lovely place, by the way. Please go to Nara. I saw a family preparing their phones and their dipshit little 7-8-year-old kid and were ready to record, and they told him to run up and smack one of the deer in the face. What the fuck? They even cheered after, and the kid looked super proud, and they were all, yeah, well done. I'd tear them a new asshole for this in public, but alas, I do not know Mandarin, so I would just be like a strange, bald, big white guy screaming at them in a language they can't understand. Which, in retrospect, I probably should have. Back to Kyoto though, there's also been reports that, people are throwing cigarette butts at the geishas. I don't think I've ever seen anyone throw a lit cigarette butt at someone unless they're about to throw hands and they're drunk out on a Saturday night. One of the more severe problems that Gion has faced though is paparazzi tourists, which literally means that tourists are flooding and surrounding and crowding the geishas in those little alleyways so they can't move away. And they just spam 1 million photos please for my blog. I also saw an article stating that they surrounded a geisha's taxi while she was in it, to prevent her from leaving so they could take photos, through the window. Guys, chill. I know it's fun and all to take cool photos of geishas, but come on guys, it's not Brad Pitt. Some people have also mentioned that the maiko, which are a teenage geisha, age 17 to 20, geisha in training, are being stalked and harassed as well. And, on the younger side, so they're, chasing after the 17-year-olds, which... Nah, I'm not gonna go there. Just kidding. By kid diddlers. Now, all of these things are pretty fucked up things to do, especially when visiting a country, but goddamn, if you do this in your own country, who are you? And it has now pushed Kyoto to put a ban on tourists from April 2024 in the alleyways around in Gion. So the beautiful alleys that I had a chance to explore in the past will now be off limits for all of you. The actions of a few really ruins it for many, and I'm so sorry for you guys who can't, walk around there and explore like I did back in the day. Now, the reason I want to talk about this in a video is, it's kind of scary to me that if this is successful in Kyoto and things chill out there, other parts of Japan might, do the same thing. And then suddenly a bunch of fun stuff and cool things to experience for tourists, will be off limits. Damn it. And I just gotta say that, I live here. I don't want to have to pull out my resident card. I live in Japan. I'm not a tourist. I don't want to do that either. So that's 50% of why I'm complaining about it here. There has been vandalism and degeneracy done by tourists everywhere in Japan. And, if this ban on tourists is effective in Kyoto, I'm sure it'll spread around to a lot of popular places in Japan. So, sucks. And this will fuck up the tourism for the country as well. Double sucks. So guys, come on. Behave. It's really not that hard. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more Japan content like this, please subscribe down there and click like to support the channel. You can double support the channel by checking out the memberships and the Patreon. I'd also like to hear what you guys think about this whole situation in the comments, because this concerns you as much as me. Tourists. Alright guys, I'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye.